Hey YouTube, I'm back this time with my beauty empties for the month of January 2021. I don't have any chit chat, so let's jump right in and get started. So just like I normally do with my beauty empties, I'm going to start with my things that I think are kind of like the least sexy and then move on to things that are more exciting. So with that, let's get into my bag of jumbo cotton balls. I just purchased these, they're Equate, so purchased them back at Walmart in October, I think, and yeah, I just went through 200 of them, so I use usually at least 2 a day. So I use astringent on my face twice a day, and I apply it with cotton balls. So again, just a really good thing to have around. I always have cotton balls with me. So again, not very exciting. I'm not especially particular about my cotton ball brand, but I think these ones are just fine. So I would repurchase them. Okay, the next thing that I used up, again, not that exciting, but it kind of is what it is on my vanity. I have another bottle of BioTrue. This is a multi-purpose solution for contact wearers. I wear monthly contacts, so it's really important for me to take them out every single night. And so yeah, I go through these fairly quickly, and I really like BioTrue. So I think that this is my favorite brand of contact solution that I've used, again, for monthly contacts. And yeah, I really like it, and I would definitely repurchase them. Okay, the next one that I used up is officially this is a deodorant, it's not an antiperspirant. So I used up my aluminum-free Secret deodorant in coconut. So I tried this because I was pretty interested in the fact that this was aluminum-free. And yeah, at first I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it because I don't know if it'll be that effective, but actually I really did. So I found that it didn't necessarily have the longevity. When it says 48 hours, I don't know if it necessarily had the longevity as like Secret Outlast, which is what I typically use. However, it definitely lasted the entire day. So for that reason, even though Outlast is kind of my preference, I would not pass over this. I think it's really good also, and if you are looking for an aluminum-free deodorant that is a drugstore brand, this was really good, and the coconut fragrance was really nice. So I actually recently kind of bulk bought some Secret Outlast, so it'll be a while before you see another one of these from me, but I would repurchase it. I was pretty happy with this product. Okay, so the next one that I used up is my astringent that I just kind of mentioned with the cotton balls. This is my Alba Botanica Acne Dote astringent. Again, I use this twice a day, once first thing in the morning and second right after I brush my teeth at night. So I typically get these at TJ Maxx or Marshalls. You can get them fairly cheap there, but you can also purchase I think from Walmart and from Target as well, although it is more expensive at those places. So I really enjoy this astringent. You see it all the time in my empties, so you will continue to see more. I have bulk purchased some, I don't know if I would say recently, but in the last maybe 2 or 3 months or so. So I'm kind of still riding that wave of using up my astringent. So love it, would repurchase it, and I would recommend it. The next time that I used up is a pack of Yes to Cucumbers Soothing Facial Wipes. So I used these, I think there was some weird time where I didn't quite have my makeup eraser. I just recently purchased a makeup eraser, and by the way, I absolutely love it. But before that, in the month of January, I used up my pack of Yes to Cucumber calming facial wipes. I love these. They're so good. If you're looking for facial wipes, I'm telling you, literally every single video, that cat, I love her, but every single video. Anyways, so I love these wipes. I would repurchase. So I think that my purchasing and using of wipes will definitely slow down because I like my makeup eraser, but you know, from time to time, you'll still see these in my empties. Okay, next one is something a little bit more exciting. I finally used up my hairspray. This is the Paul Mitchell Express Style in Worked Up. I purchased this when I moved back to the States. Just for reference, that was June of 2018. That's how long it took me to use up this. Now, granted, I don't use hairspray every day. I definitely don't use it more than I do use it. I don't know, that was a weird way to say I don't use it especially often, but yeah, I don't use it especially often, but I use it enough to keep it on my vanity all the time. So this one was 11 ounces, and yeah, it took me more than 2.5 years to use it up. I really love Paul Mitchell products, and I would repurchase this. So I purchased a big kind of can, I guess, of hairspray in Big Sexy Hair, and I also really love that brand, so I'll be using that for the next kind of long time, but I definitely would go back to Paul Mitchell Worked Up as well. Okay, the next time that I used up is just one of my Morphe Continuous Setting Mists. I bought a whole bunch of these, I think back in December or so when they were half price. Morphe is my favorite brand of setting mist. I think it just applies really nicely and evenly, and it feels good. It doesn't feel like I have just another layer of stuff on my skin. Now that I'm back at work, I'm back in the classroom now. We're in hybrid, which means like I'm there every day, but the kids are there half of the time. Now that I'm back at work, I am wearing masks again all day, and even if I'm not wearing makeup underneath my mask, I'll still use a setting spray just to put another barrier between my skin and just the mask, I guess. So, love Morphe. I love this setting mist. I would continue to purchase this. I think it retails at Ulta for $16, but I typically buy mine on sale. I think $16 is a little bit steep, but it does last quite a while, so just saying. Okay, speaking of Morphe, I also used up another one of my Morphe concealers. This is in C1.65. This is a concealer I use all the time, really love it. It's a little bit tacky, but honestly, I kind of like that because it really doesn't budge. It lasts all day. I'm finding that when I wear masks, like when I'm at work during, you know, this time, I don't often wear foundation. Usually I just kind of get by with some concealer and call it a day. So yeah, that's why I'm not going through a whole lot of foundation right now, but I am going through more concealer. So love it. And this, by the way, is $10. It retails for $10. And you know, you can always get a coupon, but I think that $10 is very worth it for that. And the last thing I have is a declutter. So if you follow me on Instagram, I recently kind of talked about this when I made some stories about my favorite red lipsticks, or the red lipsticks that I have in my collection. And this was my very last one that I put in that story. This is the L'Oreal Paris Rouge Signature. I got this sample at Ulta, I think back in December or maybe early January when I just made a purchase. And when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know about this because it looks a little bit orange in the tube. Maybe it won't quite translate especially well on video, but in the tube it looks a little bit orange. And I played around with it for a little while, but decided that I just don't like it. So not only is L'Oreal Paris not cruelty free, so I wouldn't repurchase it anyway, but also I bet that some people like this, but personally I don't like that it was a very thin, I don't know, would you say consistency? I guess consistency, and you know, it just didn't apply especially evenly. At least I felt like I had trouble applying it pretty evenly. So something I thought that was pretty interesting is the wand is, I mean, keep in mind this is really low because it is the sample, but the wand is really interesting. It's pretty large and it has a very pointed tip to it, which is pretty nice if you wanted especially to find Cupid's bow, but I feel like it made the rest of creating a line, because most of the time I do freehand my lipstick. If you freehand as well, I just felt like it was a little bit difficult to create a defined line with that kind of applicator. So long story short, it was okay. It was just very thin. I will say that it wore very comfortably though, but it did not have the longevity as, or that my other reds have. So like I said, I'm not totally horrified by it, but even if I weren't cruelty free, I wouldn't purchase it. It's just not really my jam. Too thin for me, and it just didn't last all day. So decluttering that because I just like my other reds better. So that is my beauty empties for the month of January 2021. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Yellowbrook Repat. I'll put it down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.